dissect myself to locate the truth, peeling layers of meaning from borrowed proof. Esoteric freedom knotted in thought, a paradox breathing untangled. I'm not. I cradle projections, let them accuse. Mirrors with mouths, I refuse to refuse. I soften the edges to keep them at bay, turning conviction into currency paid. Expectation presses its thumb on my spine, a debt disguised as a virtue of time. I ration my presence, partition my will, call it harmony, call it standing still. I fracture on purpose to stay aligned, split observation from the observed mind. Every self arguing over the wheel, every direction convinced it is real. I don't fear the void, I fear the return. When symbols collapse and illusions adjourn, if meaning survives, it won't speak in words. It hums in the gaps where certainty blurs. I wait not for death, but the easing of strain, for the loosening grip of cause and of name. Not an ending, not sleep, not a final decree, just space where the question stops asking me if freedom exists. It's not something won, it's the weight that dissolves when the chase is undone. Not escape, not control, not choosing a side, just standing inside what refuses to hide.
Hey, so I was going to talk to you today about a couple videos that I watched. I watched two guys that are, you can find them on YouTube. Weaver Beats, which he is funny. He's very funny. So if you get a chance, check his videos out. He's pretty witty. So Weaver Beats. And he was talking about this other guy, Busy Works Beats. Now, I'm a big fan of music, and I watch a lot of different ideas to get different ideas. I watch a lot of different videos to get different ideas, different perspectives of different producers doing things different ways, and I find a lot of inspiration from that. Anyways, when Weaver Beats was talking about Busy Works Beats video, I had to check it out, and it was really good. He's got an interesting spiritual perspective. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but I would suggest going over there and checking it out. He's got a lot of videos, so probably have to play with the keywords to find it, but he's talking about something involving spirituality. I'm going to leave it really vague. But yeah, it got me thinking. Everybody has a different perspective of understanding things, especially when we're chasing spiritual truth. Everything, it's so beyond our human understanding because the paradox. And in my personal belief, I believe the paradox exists because of the human mind. The human mind can't understand everything. So because of the perspective, it creates this paradox. And a reconciliation has to happen between when we're trying to find it. We're seekers of the truth, or spiritual seekers, if you will. Then we're constantly looking. But then when we get those supernatural experiences, they engulf us sometimes. And then that's where the ego sits very quietly inside of ourselves and like, oh, this is real and everybody else's opinion is wrong. And I really think we need to have a humble attitude and put ourselves back in the open-minded perspective and say, hey, this person just understands it this way. That was what was so intriguing about this guy, Busy. Can't speak. Busy Works Beats, because he had a very, very unique way of explaining it. And I was like, hey, that's cool. You know, it's not how I understand it, but I think it's a cool idea that he has, and and it's definitely a variation of universal truth that's flowing through him. So I just, yeah, it's just getting ourselves back in that listening mind frame, stepping away from the ego and becoming the observer. Because we're constantly in touch with the observer. It sees everything, but then we react so much out of the ego. And if we could just quiet down, if we can just recognize, be more mindful of the ego, then I think we'd be more of the observer, our true selves. Because I mean, that's what this whole thing is about. That's why I'm here talking to you right now, is because I would like to, at some point, have a group of free thinkers, independent minded, open-minded people that can throw out ideas and just accept the perspective. That's where so much learning can take place. We don't have to accept everything somebody says, but it can bring us closer to the truth from our own journey. So, and I don't want to ramble too much like I've done in the past, so probably just leave you with this.
I dissect myself to locate the truth, peeling layers of meaning from borrowed proof. Esoteric freedom knotted in thought, a paradox breathing untangled. I'm not. I cradle projections, let them accuse. Mirrors with mouths, I refuse to refuse. I soften the edges to keep them at bay, turning conviction into currency paid. Expectation presses its thumb on my spine, a debt disguised as a virtue of time. I ration my presence, partition my will, call it harmony, call it standing still. I fracture on purpose to stay aligned, split observation from the observed mind. Every self arguing over the wheel, every direction convinced it is real. I don't fear the void, I fear the return. When symbols collapse and illusions adjourn, if meaning survives, it won't speak in words. It hums in the gaps where certainty blurs. I wait not for death, but the easing of strain, for the loosening grip of cause and of name. Not an ending, not sleep, not a final decree, just space where the question stops asking me if freedom exists. It's not something won, it's the weight that dissolves when the chase is undone. Not escape, not control, not choosing a side, just standing inside what refuses to hide.
Thanks. Oh, thank you to the 4 subscribers.